Hello, my name is George W. Jones, Director of Fine Arts for the Garland Independent School District, and welcome to another edition of Spotlight on the Arts. We begin our program by looking at a community art project that took place earlier this year. Fine Arts Coordinator David Sanders will tell us more about it.
Thanks, George. For the second year in a row now, Veritex Bank has invited Garland ISD students to participate in their Wheels of Hope car show. The car show raises money for the Hope Clinic, which serves many students and families in Garland ISD. This year, art teachers at Hudson Middle School, Kenneth Pruitt and Laura Long, worked with other teachers across the district and students to create a mural that hung on Main Street during the car show.
Well, I'm one of the art teachers here at Hudson, and Mr. Sanders was my mentor at this school. And when he was promoted and went on to the district office, he was asked if we would be willing to come up with a mural for the Heritage Celebration in downtown Garland in April. So we started thinking about what we wanted to do. Mr. Sanders told us that along with the Heritage Celebration, there was going to be a car show, and so cars came to mind. I'm a car buff, and so it all kind of fit together.
My passion is art. Kind of grew up with it and fascinated by other artists in the past and the present, and I want my future to be able to paint all my life.
I had recruited several students and talked with other art teachers in the district to recruit some of their middle school students, and so we've had come and go today with students coming as they needed to and leaving when they needed to, and everyone I think has had a good time.
Working on a larger scale portrait than a smaller scale portrait like I'm used to, I just learned to break it down and do it one by one section of the car, front bumper, doors, back bumper, and then I just worked my way up from there.
We've painted quite a few of our cars. We're just finishing up, putting the finishing touches on them, and I think it's going to be great.
Painting on a large scale is always fun to me. It's always fun to have a large scale to move around and to basically just get to express yourself on a larger scale, basically.
Well, some of them are learning some new things, and some of them are using some of the things that they've learned in class. One is to see the light in the dark, how to make the shadows appear realistic, and how to do things like paint chrome, make it look like chrome, which is all reflection anyway.
I found out how to blend in the colors more, make it look like it's not just brush strokes on it. I mostly just put the colors on there and just use my finger.
I have learned by being taught by these two great art teachers, Mrs. Sanders and Mr. Pruitt, is that I can use art in my daily lifestyle. Maybe I want to be an engineer or a car designer.
My biggest inspiration has been Mr. Sanders and Mr. Pruitt for teaching me strategies on how to paint and draw, and I loved their classes a lot, and it was fun. I could express myself into a canvas or a drawing, a painting. It's like you're putting what you're feeling into your media, your canvas or paper.
I just love practicing with these two great art teachers. I enjoy working with them. They're great people.
Everything we know, everything we learn from books, we learn from the images in the books. History is full of art. Our history books are all art. I often ask my students, how many of you have ever seen a photograph of George Washington? Half the class will raise their hand. They've never seen a photograph of George Washington. I explained to them that the camera wasn't invented yet. Everything they're looking at was paintings. It was art. And then we go into discussions about what is art and what is not art, where is art used, because I have students occasionally that'll come in and say, well, I'll never use art. And then we start talking about, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I guarantee Everything you do has art related to it.
There was a lot of excitement at Garland High this year when the John Lennon bus came to town. Fine Arts Coordinator Brenda Hass has the details.
The John Lennon Educational Tour Bus recently made a stop at Garland High School, providing a unique learning experience for some of our select honor music students, where they created their own music and their own music video.
So here we are, my name's Hans Tanner. We are on board the John Lennon Educational Tour Bus. This is the world's best nonprofit mobile recording studio. And what we do with this is we travel the country for 10 months out of the year. We go to schools everywhere and work with kids of all ages and all ability levels. So they get to come on this bus and using every piece of equipment that you can see and a lot that you can't see, get to create a project of their choice with a 1 8-hour day. Today the kids chose to write their own original song, and at the end of the day we're going to shoot a music video for that same song.
They had a couple of games that we had to play, like make up a movie in under like 5 minutes, and it was to start getting our creative process going and to know how to work together so we can get a song put together.
They were really pushing us to write pretty fast.
Yeah,
we were very fast, so we pumped out a verse probably in about 10 minutes, something like that. So we were done writing everything.
Probably within like 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
We had the chords for the song and all the lyrics done in like 2 hours.
So right now we're in the midst of getting the foundation for that song down, so drums and keys and piano and everything that kind of is the bed of the song, and then we're going to start recording vocals, and after that, once everything is wrapped up, we have all the elements of the song together. We'll actually go out to the school and we'll stay in the bus too and shoot the music video for that song that those kids just wrote on the bus today.
So what we do is like we have to go into the sound booth by ourselves, and we have like the headphones on and we're listening to the track, and we have to kind of insert where we sing, or at least for me and Sarah and Trevor, where we sing. And so it's hard to get that exact, especially when it's just you by yourself. It's really kind of vulnerable. But after many tries, it worked out.
And we had to redo vocal tracks after the music video, so we were all tired and sweaty, and it was harder to nail the part.
So about 19 years ago, this whole idea was conceptualized by our executive director, Brian Rothschild, and he presented this idea to Yoko Ono, and Yoko Ono totally fell in love with it and knew that if John were still around today, he would absolutely support this mission and what we're doing. So we are essentially carrying on the mission and legacy of John Lennon. In the pursuit of world peace, we are strong believers that world peace is very achievable, and we're doing it in our own way. So John Lennon acted in his way through poetry, through his music, through his art, through his political activism. We're doing it in a very similar mindset, but in a different approach.
It was really cool to see all these tributes to him like throughout the bus, and
It's true.
He's just such a legendary icon. I thought it was cool to pay tribute to him in this way.
Yes, music is very, very important to us, but more important than that is just that inspiration to create and to pursue something that they are excited about creating and doing, and that's what the bus is a lot of times the catalyst for in these kids, is to get them to realize that they can do it, that we do want to listen, we do want to hear from them, and we want to hear what they want to create and what their message is, and this is such an amazing facility to be able to broadcast that message in a really clear, really awesome looking and high production value way. And these kids get access to all those tools. It's not just us creating it, we're creating it with them.
I think we ended up going in a very different direction than anticipated.
Yeah.
Totally.
because at first we were bouncing ideas. What genre do we want to write in? We have some guys who play trumpet. We have strings. I play viola, and so we could do some kind of like cool jazz fusion thing. And then we ended up writing this like I don't even know this pop rock song. So for the first 5 minutes or so, we were just like bouncing ideas. What if we do this? What if we do this? And we just kind of took what we thought was best and went with it.
Like it wasn't one person that was giving all the ideas. Everyone was like, okay. Like we were all bouncing ideas off each other, and really, it was really agreeable that day.
It was very evenly distributed.
So we're hoping that giving these kids this opportunity and this experience to create these projects will inspire them to keep wanting to create and inspire them to pursue their passion and express themselves. And in doing so, it will make them happier people, and it will inspire their friends and their family to do the same thing and make them happier. So it's very much that ripple effect that spreads out from the bus.
I think it was just awesome to be a part of this process, to be chosen, you know? Like how many schools could have had the opportunity to do this, and that we were chosen, and we were the students that were chosen out of hundreds of students that could have been chosen. And I mean, I feel really honored that we could do this. It was fun.
Yeah, roughly we reached thousands and thousands of kids during our yearly tour, and it's an amazing thing to be able to travel this country and see and experience the passion that these kids have, because oftentimes when the bus comes to these educational facilities, we might be the music program for the day, or we might be the catalyst to not ditch the music program or the arts program for the day. There's been places we've gone where we've actually been the catalyst for bringing back the music program and the arts programs, and that is one of our missions that we act through the bus with, is fighting for arts education, and arts advocacy is very important to us.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I don't know, young.
I wish it was better, but you know, you always wish it was better. You always wish you had more time. But I'm happy with what we did, the time that we did it.
Yeah. I mean, they really spent a lot of time mixing and producing it when we were gone, so that was pretty cool to see how far it came when we were listening to it before.
We're so thankful to be able to do this kind of stuff, and if I haven't mentioned already, this whole organization and this whole operation, it works for free. It's a nonprofit, and we're able to keep it for free because of our amazing partners, like Apple and Juniper and Canon, OWC. They're able to make these stops happen, and we just are so thankful for their support and how they make arts education possible and accessible for kids who might not otherwise have access to this kind of tool set to work with.
We certainly are proud of all the students who created that amazing video. As we approach the end of the school year, we'd like to take a look back at some of the accomplishments of the Fine Arts Department this year.
This year, Garland ISD had students from all 7 high schools attend the state vase competition in San Antonio. Out of all the students that attended, we had a student from Rowlett High School receive a gold seal. In addition, this is the first year that Region 10 has hosted a team event. TEAM stands for Texas Elementary Art Meet. Toller Elementary took artwork from 10 students, and out of those 10 students, 6 received medals. In addition, this year, Garland High School and Naaman Forest both took students to the National Individual Events Tournament of Champions held in Denver, Colorado. There were 150 schools from 40 states that competed at the largest speech competition in the country. The Naaman Forest team reached the quarterfinals in their duet acting. Garland High School reached the quarterfinals in humorous interpretation and 2 in duet acting. Garland High School also reached the semifinals in prose interpretation, 2 in humorous interpretation, and 1 in duet acting. And in addition, Garland High School had a duo acting team receive 6th place in the nation. Overall, Garland High School ranked 9th in the nation at the tournament.
One of our department goals is pursuing excellence in all of our programs. In addition to numerous main stage and little theater performances, our 7 high school theater departments participate in UIL one-act play every year. North Garland Show The Crucible advanced to area in 6A competition, and South Garland Show The Seagull advanced to area in 5A competition. Rowlett Show Marat Sod advanced to area and then onto regionals in Waco. We are very proud of our theater students and their directors. We recently awarded 8 seniors with the Veritex Bank Scholarship for their roles in theater at their high schools. We are very proud to have Jamie Miller and the Veritex Bank as our partner. We have 2 children's chorus students and several students from the Austin Academy Choir participating in the Texas Choral Directors Association Children's Honor Choir. It is a distinct honor that we have 5th and 6th grade students that will be participating with other students from across the state of Texas in this wonderful event.
At the Texas Music Educators Association convention in February, the GISD was honored to have the Hudson Middle School a cappella choir, under the direction of Kelly Flores and Kellen Hickman, do an amazing concert. We're so proud of the Hudson choir students who represented our school district so well. In addition, we had 15 high school students who earned a position in one of the all-state organizations. This is a major accomplishment representing many hours of hard work by both the students and their teachers. And of course, we're very pleased to see some projects starting to happen that were part of the 2014 bond package. We'll have new facilities or renovated facilities at all of our middle schools and high schools over the next couple years. And for the 7th time, the Garland Independent School District has been named one of the best communities for music education by the National Association of Music Merchants. We're very proud of this designation and proud of the teachers and the students who made it possible. All in all, it's been a great year for the Fine Arts Department in the Garland Independent School District. We're so grateful to all of the teachers, all of the students, the parents, the administration, and the 3 communities that support the fine arts in our school district. Thank you for watching today. I hope that you'll join us next time when once again we shine our spotlight on the arts.